Previously on Trekking Along. Good morning, everybody. So we slept so good last night. We were 3 nights sleep deprived and we actually slept super well. So super thankful for that. This morning, today is day 13, by the way. So this morning at like 7 o'clock, so when I started to like wake up a little bit, I had to go to the bathroom, but I was like debating because I could hear something walking around outside, but I thought it was a hiker because I could hear that it was kind of on the trail, which is where we were kind of camped near. And I was like, we're gonna get up soon, I'm just gonna wait. And then when we're taking the tent down, I put the footprint over by that area because the sun was over there to dry. And while I was over there, I noticed something on the ground, and it ended up looking like a bear print. So sometime this morning, a bear walked through our campsite, which is why I'm so glad I did not get out of my tent. I probably would have freaked out. But yeah, seriously, I probably would have. So it didn't stay very long because it just kind of wandered away. I really thought it was a hiker who was hiking past because it was literally walking on the trail, but probably was a bear. So today we're going to do about 7 miles today since we've pushed ourselves the past 2 days unexpectedly. So we'll see if we keep to that. But we're going to a camping site tonight, so, and then hopefully the next night at a shelter since it's probably going to rain. So it's a plan.
We've had a lot of blowdowns in this one little stretch that we've just come through. A lot of stepping over, climbing under kind of stuff. We've had a lot of storms come through in the last week, so I suspect that's where they've come from. You can see.
What if that line like go complete to the mountains?
It may be power lines.
Oh, that's what it is.
North Carolina has some views. They're amazing. Smile. Looks like you're having fun.
We're eating. Of course we're having fun.
It's great now. Made it to camp about an hour ago, and we got our tent set up, and it wasn't dark, and it wasn't windy, and it wasn't too cold. So we're thankful for that. But we're in an area in North Carolina where there's been a lot of bear encounters. So our tents are over there, across the trail, and we're cooking over here, trying to just be as safe as possible. We do not really want to see a bear, so we're being very cautious.
Good morning, guys. Today is day 114. We got here for 2 weeks.
114.
114. Yeah, today's day 14. I kept saying 114. I don't know why.
Me too. I kept saying one whatever.
Yeah, okay, today is day 14. And we are like 2.5 maybe miles from 100 miles, so it's pretty exciting. But last night was a kind of interesting night. Mom and Sarah had a mouse running up and over their tent all night.
In between the tent and the rain fly.
In between the mesh and the rain fly. So it was like in their tent. It was very, very disgusting. And this morning Mom went to go get her bear cans. She noticed that my pot that I kept next to my bear can is missing. And in my pot we had a fuel and our stove. And it's gone. So some animal out there thought it was a toy or something and ran away with it.
You haven't even cooked in it.
I never even cooked in it, so like it doesn't even smell like food. It's just it had water in it, so I have no clue why they wanted that. But yeah, so we're missing that. So we'll get to Franklin tomorrow, and hopefully they'll have another titanium pot, a totes, and fuel and a stove. So that was kind of the event last night. We don't think it was a bear, probably like a raccoon or something. We didn't hear any bears either, which is nice. But yeah, rather eventful night for all of us. We slept very good, yeah. We hadn't slept well in a while.
Other than Mom, who noticed the mouse all night.
Other than Mom, who was, yeah, the mouse. Kept her up. But other than that, it was a pretty good night. And today is really gorgeous right now. It's gonna rain, I think, around 3 p.m. Start raining, and then rain the entire night. So hopefully we'll get to the shelter before it starts raining. And hopefully it won't get too cloudy before we reach the top, because I want to get to the fire tower and to the view. So that's the deal right now. We're filtering water and eating a snack, because this climb to the top looks so stinking steep. So
It might kill us.
we're fueling ourselves with water and with Snickers, because, you know, what else?
We like the little waterfall off the mountain. It's kind of cool. And we really appreciate the little walkway somebody made so that we don't have to step in oodles of puddles along the way. So many thanks to whoever maintains the trail along here and provided an easier way to hike this little section of trail. That is very wet today. I'm going very slow because it's very slippery. And motherhood cannot be turned off. Every time we get to a wet or slick or leafy spot, I have to comment to the girls, be careful, it's wet along here. And they're like, Mom, like we're trying to race past you. But I feel like I still have to warn them about the dangers that they obviously can see on the trail.
We found the fire tower. There it is. You can see it very well. Right there between the trees.
It's very steep. I turn my trekking poles up on the rock and use my hands. It's kind of fun though. This is very steep.
Good job, girls. Good job.
Mommy.
Congratulations, girls. What did we just do?
100 miles!
Woohoo! Not only 100 miles, but we made it up Albert Mountain, which was no small feat in and of itself. That is a brutal uphill. So, great job. And we have very little view because the storm that is headed our way is rolling in. It's not supposed to rain until about 3 o'clock this afternoon, so several hours away, but not much of a view right now. There's a long way up. I'm not usually scared of heights, but this is kind of scary. And the wind's blowing. Definitely a storm coming. Wow. There's like a hatch we have to open to get to the top.
So, after we got to the fire tower, we hiked down Albert Mountain, and it was actually really flat. It was really easy down, and like halfway down we ate lunch, and then we did like 3 more miles, and we got to a shelter, but there was a shelter 2 miles past the shelter we were at, so we decided to go to that one. And
that makes no sense. There was a shelter and there was a shelter 2 miles past.
yeah, that makes sense. So we hiked off of Albert Mountain, and it was really easy down. It was really flat, so that was nice. And then like halfway down we ate lunch, and then we went to Long Branch Shelter.
Which was actually a really nice shelter.
Yeah, it was a really nice shelter. But we decided to go to this shelter. We what? Yeah, we use the privy.
Because we privy hop.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
And then what shelter are we at?
Rocky Gap or Rocky Mound or I don't know, something rocky is where we're at right now. And this shelter needs a little bit of love. We're actually in our tents, even though it's raining.
Yeah. Yeah, we decided to tent instead of shelter because the roof had like duct tape on it, and
the floor is sloped. And
yeah. So we've already eaten dinner, we're gonna go to bed, and then tomorrow we're gonna wake up whenever, and hopefully it's not raining, but it will probably be raining, and then we're gonna do 4 miles into Franklin.
Roughly, I don't know exactly what mile we're at right now, so.
So then we're gonna go into Franklin, Nero, and then Zero, and I'm so excited.
Showers!
Yes, warm shower and ice cream. Totally 2 opposite things, but that's okay.
Hello everyone, this is day 15, and last night we got to shelter and it rained, and then this morning it rained some more, so we had to pack up pretty much all of our stuff in the rain, but we had the shelter, which was helpful. But as soon as we started hiking, the rain stopped, so it didn't rain the rest of the day so far. But when we got to the road, Bobby the Greek shuttled us to Franklin, and he is amazing. He had hot chocolate and donuts in the car waiting for us, and he showed us around town, and we cannot recommend him enough. He was awesome. So we're here at Hilltop Inn, and we're going to take a Zero here tonight. We're sleeping here today, taking Zero tomorrow, so we'll be here for 2 nights. We're going to do a resupply and all, and so yeah. Plan to also eat lots of food.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. We have been thoroughly enjoying our Zero. We got up this morning, slept in as much as we could, but our bodies are used to getting up early. And then we laid around for a while, went and ate brunch at Country Kitchen. That was really good. And then we went, where'd we go?
I went to the doctor.
Yes, Rebecca went to the doctor to get x-rays to see if she has stress fractures in her feet because they've been bothering her, and she does not, so that's a good thing. And then we went to the outfitter, and
I got new shoes.
yeah, she got new shoes. They're really ugly.
I hate them. They're the Ultra Olympus 4s. The color's not my favorite, but the fit is better. But
it doesn't really matter about the look of it. I didn't like the look of my shoes either, but they're working. So we went to the outfitter, got new shoes. Emily got a new pack because her shoulders have been bothering her, and so everything's been good with me and Mom, so we're the only ones who don't have problems. We went to the bakery here because they had gluten-free stuff, so we just got back from that, and Mom and Emily are going to the post office right now, picking up our resupply box and sending a lot of stuff, well, not a lot, some stuff home. And then when they get back, I'll finish up my resupply and probably just chill for the rest of the night, get packed up. And tomorrow, probably gonna head out earlier than we usually do, but we're not sure.
By 8:30.
Probably by 8:30, but we'll see how the morning goes.
And we are officially back at Winding Stair Gap, getting ready to get back on trail. Emily is getting water because after being in town and on the trail, the water on the trail just tastes so much better. So we're going to refill on the trail and then get back at it. Thoroughly enjoyed our time in Franklin. And I have to give a huge shout out to Outdoor 76. They spent over an hour with Emily yesterday helping her try to make her pack work, and we decided she just needed a new pack. And they also spent just under an hour with Rebecca. Rebecca has a whole host of feet issues that now that we're actually hiking mountains and hills came to a head, and so she now has a new pair of shoes and new socks. And Sarah and I just hung out and enjoyed the time at Outdoor 76. So
There was a dog, so I was happy.
yes, there was a dog, a couple of dogs. At 2 different days we were there were dogs. So getting some water and we'll be back on the trail. Okay, we are climbing up out of Waya Bald shelter where we stopped for lunch just to get out of the wind a little bit and get out of the drizzle. But now it is super foggy climbing up out of here and very steep. It's kind of one of those trails to the shelter that's a loop. So you come in one way and you can keep walking and take the loop out. So that's what we're doing. But this one's a lot steeper than the way in. So,
But drier.
yes, it has stopped. It has stopped raining a little bit too. So now it's just foggy, but we're gonna hike on. This is different to see leaves still on the trees. It's almost like fall. And then there's the girls behind me.
What? Oh.
Having one of those days where everything is funny.
They are.
As you can tell.
Not gonna be like,
Okay, so in very much Krieger fashion, we
middle of the trail.
literally stopped on the middle of the trail for a break. This is how we operate. If somebody comes, we'll move, but we very much like to take a back off break right in the middle of a trail. We are on the way up to Waya Bald. We keep running into these stairs, which none of us are real fans of. It is much easier to go up a mountain. Just, I don't know, without the stairs. The stairs are killing us. But I suspect we'll have great views when we get near the top. Waya Bald. We're going to make our way up to the fire tower. You can see Franklin off in the distance over there. It is gorgeous up here. We're catching it at sunset too. See Knoxville from here? Wow. That's where we're headed. Alright, Sarah and I are snuggled here in our bed this morning, trying to get motivated to get up. It is currently raining,
Here.
and it has rained for most of the night, and the wind has been super windy. I'm going to turn the camera around here in a minute and show you. Mud is splashed up everywhere on our tent, so this will be fun getting packed up this morning. Yay! So there's the mud that is splashed up on everything down by our feet. And then it's just as bad over here on the side. I left my socks outside last night, so they're going to be wet. But that's okay. I've got a dry pair to put on for tomorrow when it stops raining. Fun times today. One would think this was a cute little stream, but this is actually the trail today. We're going to be slipping and sliding our way down this mountain this morning, it looks like. Feet are already wet and we're only a couple hundred yards from the shelter. So, making for a very fun day. Packed up a wet tent. There was no room in the shelter for us last night, so we tent camped and storms blew in. Around 4, I think it was this morning. And they're going to end, the rain is supposed to end here shortly. But the trail this morning is super fun. Yay! The sun came out. So now we've only, littered the trail with all of our stuff we're trying to dry. But it's literally dripping, so it has to dry. And it's going to be in the 30s tonight, so having a dry tent and dry gear is going to be beneficial. But very thankful for the sun and the blue skies that are out right now. We found a view. The fog is finally lifted enough to have some scenery. It's beautiful. Hiking a little bit this morning and getting a view of what the Smokies might be like with all the fog off in the distance. So we stopped for lunch at the Waya Bald shelter, and this is the second time we've had this issue, where if you're standing here at the shelter and you look towards the privy, you can see what's going on in the privy. Pretty sure there are only men on that design team, and a few women need to be added to the privy design team. You should at least have the semblance of privacy when you're using the privy. The whole world, that privy is actually visible from the trail. So anyone walking by can see you doing your business down there. So just a word of advice, at least turn the privy so that there's a little bit of privacy. Let's not show everybody everything. Are you filming now? I'm filming, yes. The clouds have all lifted and the sun is shining, and now it is beautifully sunny, and we are literally walking along this ridge up here. Drops off on either side, and it's been very cool.
Everything seems so nature.
They're in rare form today. Up on another ridge with mountain views here. And if we turn to the side, more views on the other side. I love these little ridges. They're fun to walk upon.
They're hot.
They're hot, only when you have to climb up to them.
Alright, hike on. Now team pause at the moment.
So I think the trail, at some point you just decide to jump off and you land in the knock. That's what it looks like.
I think some people on their Thru-Hike right here.
That's some people in their Thru-Hikes right here, Rebecca said. Literally, you could step off the edge of this mountain. Right where Emily is. Wow. It's beautiful though. It's just going to be a straight downhill, I believe, for the rest of the day.
So where's the knock? Can you not see it?
Apparently not.
Maybe it's over there.
Can't see the knock yet. We found it. It's the knock. It's been a very long day. That is a huge hill coming down into this thing. We're very excited to be here and be done going downhill.
Next week on Trekking Along.